we get started, y'all can keep your audio on unless you've got like other people around. Sometimes that gets distracting. And video is entirely up to you. You can keep it on or off. I like seeing y'all, so
I like to be able to see myself so I can see what I'm doing right or wrong. Well, I can get this plugged in.
Hi, welcome.
Okay.
Is there anything in particular that anybody wants to focus on? Anything anybody needs?
Okay. Yeah.
What's that?
The inside of this calf muscle.
The inside of the calf muscle. That's specific. Okay.
I got a knot right in that calf right there. Anyway, I just ran 3.75 miles and I got a little cramp there.
Ah, so maybe some bananas after class.
Yeah, do some more stretching. Roxy, move. That's my spot.
But we can work on that.
Oh.
We have a few new friends. Hi, new friends.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
Hi. Hi. We'll start in just a moment. I was telling folks if you have props, great, use them. If not, don't worry about it. I have a strap that we'll use today, but if you don't have one, it's fine. And if you don't have a strap, you can replace this with like a tie or a belt or something. Even a towel works. And then I've got a couple blocks, but again, those are options. You don't have to have them. But you could substitute like hardcover books in their place. So I'll leave that up to you. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So everybody, if you could, if it's kind of loud where you are, like if there's other people milling around, just go ahead and mute yourself. Should be in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
And it's up to you on video. So let's get started. I'm Danielle and this is 60 minutes of flow. I'm going to give you options to do a little more or a little less, kind of depending on how you're feeling today. So let's go ahead and start in child's pose. Come onto your knees. Bring your big toes to touch. And let your knees come as wide as it feels comfortable. If this feels uncomfortable for you, you could grab a blanket and slide a blanket underneath your knees for support. And then pull your hair out of the way. Extend your fingers to the top of your mat and let your forehead rest. Start to settle in right here. Take a big cleansing breath in through the nose. Inside, out of the mouth, let it go. And start to melt here into your mat, into your child's pose. Relax the shoulders here. If you're maybe doing other things, maybe mute your phone real quick so we don't hear. And start to focus in on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Then engage your belly, suck the belly in. And start to walk your fingers just a little further away so that the elbows begin to lift off of your mat. And breathe right here. Walk your fingers over to the right side of your mat. Let the left hand come on top of the right as you create space through this left rib cage. Making your way back into center. And then walk the hands over to the left. This time, right hand on the left. And pause here. Make your way back into center. Keep the fingertips on the mat and lift the palms up. So you're stretching into the shoulders just a bit more. And then walk your hands towards you as you come to sit on your feet. In fact, come up and tuck your toes under. Bring your pinky toes kind of out a little bit. And if this is okay for you, go ahead and sit up. And if this feels like a slow form of torture, I totally understand. If it's too much, you can lean forward and take some of the pressure off. But here we're stretching through the feet. Engage your belly and breathe. I'll be honest, this is probably my least favorite yoga pose. But we'll breathe through it together. How about 2 more rounds of breath here? All right, enough of that. Bring your hands to the ground, come into tabletop, untuck your toes, and press your feet to the ground, tapping them, letting that go. Now let's move into some cats and cows. So on your inhale, let the belly drop, let the hips and chin lift into cow. And let your exhale tuck the chin to the chest as you round up through the shoulders into cat. And then keep moving with your breath. Bringing movement into the spine. Let's take about 2 more full rounds of cat and cow here. Then we'll meet back in that tabletop. Engaging your belly, extend your right leg long behind you and flex your foot. Drop that right hip down. Press the ball of the foot to the earth and then press your heel away. There's that calf stretch we were hoping for. Take that right foot up, drop it over to the left, and check out your toes over that left shoulder. Come back through center. Keep that right leg lifted and engage the belly as you come into spinal balance. Let the left arm extend. Keep holding. All right, on this next exhale, we're going to bring knee into nose, round up through the shoulders. And inhale, lengthen long. 2 more just like that. Knee to nose. And extend. Knee to nose. This time hold, but keep breathing for 3, 2, 1. Extend long and release. Time left leg lifts. Drop the ball of the left foot behind you and press that heel away. Pick that left foot up, drop it over to the right, and check out your toes over that right shoulder. Come back to the center. Engage the belly. This time, right arm reaches forward and we pause here.
A lot of balancing and stretching. You know.
I don't know that much about yoga.
And then we'll go knee to elbow. So bring the knee into the elbow.
I've done
And
it a couple times. Substantial.
lengthen long. Do that 2 more times, knee to elbow. Extend. Knee to elbow, and this time hold, hug everything in for 3, 2, 1. Extend long and release.
Stay with me.
Coming into downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, and then lift the heels up. I'm sorry, lift the knees up. Try to sink the heels down. Take a deep bend in the right knee so that that left heel can come a little closer to the mat. And then switch your sides. Do that 1 more time, each side. We'll meet in that downward facing dog. One more breath here. Take a look at your hands now and walk your feet up to your hands. Then take ragdoll. At the top of your mat, separate your feet at least hips distance. Bend the knees and grab opposite elbows. Let the head be really heavy. We'll take a few rounds of breath here. Allow those hamstrings to begin to open. Take 1 more breath. Release your binds. Keep the left hand either on the earth or you can bring the hand to the shin bone. Take a deep bend in the left knee. With a straight right leg, reach the right arm up to the sky. IT band twist. It's okay for your neck. Maybe look up to that lifted hand. But if that bothers your neck, you can look down towards your toes. We'll switch sides. Bring the top hand down. Right hand either to the shin bone or to the earth. Bend the right knee. This time left arm up to the sky. Bring your top hand down. Take a halfway lift. Flatten the back. Engage the belly. And as you exhale, bow forward. Take a deep bend in the knees and sweep the arms overhead. Look up and see your hands. Hands come to your heart. Mountain pose. Hands by your side. Start to move a bit more now. Inhale, sweep the arms high. As you exhale, bring them through center forward.
the bone.
No, I tried to get it, but one of the bones I'm still.
Halfway lift, flat back. Bow forward. Yogis, take the left foot, drop the left foot back. Left knee to the earth. It's a low lunge. Hands can remain on the ground or maybe come up to the knee. Hands frame the foot. Lift your back knee and step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Roll forward into high plank, but for the first one, we're bringing knees down, modified plank. Engage the belly, and as you lower, keep the elbows tucked in. Flatten the feet, come up for cobra. Head and chest lift, and hands are right. Lower back down. Rise back up into that modified plank, and then take it back, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, drop right knee down. You can stay right here, or maybe come up to the knee. One more breath. Hands come to the earth. Tuck your right toes under, lift that knee up. This time step forward. Forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Bow forward. And rise up. Sweep the arms overhead. Hands to your prayer. Heart center. Mountain pose. Let's do the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Bow forward. Right foot steps back. Drop right knee to the earth. This time, just one breath. Hands frame the foot if they're not already there. Step it back, downward facing dog. Roll forward, high plank. Yogis, you can keep knees down like I am, or you can take full plank if that's in your practice. Lower down. Cobra or upward facing dog. High plank to downward facing dog. This time, step the right foot forward, left foot down. Hands can come to the knee just for one breath. Frame the foot, left toes tuck. Step forward, forward fold. Halfway lift. Bow forward. And rise, sweep the arms high. This time, take a little bit of a back bend. Start to look up. Open the arms wide. Hands to prayer at your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms high. As you exhale, chair pose. Sink the hips low. And in your chair pose, instead of sticking the booty out and creating this curve in your low back, tuck the tailbone under and flex through your belly. If this bothers the shoulders, keeping the arms up, bring them down to your heart. And then drop it a little lower. Keep the belly strong. One more breath. And fold. Halfway lift. Bow forward. Step it back into your high plank. You can take full plank or knees to the earth like we did before. Low plank. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. This time it's a low runner's lunge. Keep your left hand to the earth, right arm to the sky for a twist. And as you do, drop those hips a little lower, just because you can. Bring your top hand down. Get really grounded in your feet here and engage your belly as you rise up for full crescent lunge. We're going to take an open armed twist here. So it'll be left hand forward, right hand back. And breathe. Come back through center. And open out into warrior two. Plant your back heel down. Keep the bend in the right knee. And press a little more weight into that outer blade of the left foot. Flip your right hand to the sky for peaceful warrior. Cartwheel your hands to the ground. Step it back into high plank. And yogis, you have a choice. You can take a flow here or push back downward facing dog. We'll all meet in down dog. Take your time. Let's do the other side. Left foot steps forward, low runner's lunge. Right hand plants, left arm reaches. Bring your top hand down. Get grounded in both feet. Engage your belly as you rise up. Woohoo! Thank goodness for props, huh? Full crescent lunge. And we'll take that same open arm twist. It'll be right hand forward, left hand back. Come back to center, crescent lunge, and then open out into your warrior two, planting that right foot down. Make sure this right arm isn't hanging out down here. Bring it up, both arms parallel. Flip your left hand to the sky, peaceful warrior. And then cartwheel hands to the earth. Step it back, high plank. Take your flow or skip it. We'll all meet in down dog. From down dog, come into child's pose. Pause here, reset your breath. Maybe grab a sip of water. Take my favorite posture, fix your yoga pants pose. Fix your shirt pose. And as the breath begins to settle back down, take a big breath in through the nose and sigh out of the mouth. Press down into the palms of your hands, downward facing dog. Let's add on. Step that right foot forward, crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Open arm twist to the right. Left hand moves forward, right hand moves back. Come back through center. Open out, warrior two. Peaceful warrior. From here, modified side angle. So elbow lands on the knee. Left arm reaches up to the sky. And then we're going to take a half bind here. So this top hand comes to the low back. And that left shoulder reaches up towards the ceiling. Release your bind. Come back into peaceful warrior. Rising back up, we're moving into warrior one. So this back foot stays planted, but the hips rotate forward and both arms come overhead. Walk this right foot over to the right, and we're gonna bind the arms behind our back. You can grab opposite elbows or clasp your hands. Wherever you are, lift the heart up. Your option is to stay right here, or you can bow into your humble warrior. And breathe, yogis. Rising back up, warrior one. Palm your mat. Step it back, high plank. Either flow or push back, downward facing dog. And then we'll do those fun things on the other side. Left foot steps forward, crescent lunge. This time the right heel stays lifted. Coming into that open twist. Come back up to that crescent lunge and then open out into your warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Modified side angle. Left elbow is going to land on the knee. Right arm up to the sky. Engage the belly here and make sure the side body is long and straight and not rounding up. Coming into that half bind. Top hand to the low back. Release your bind. Warrior two. And then we're going to pivot this right hand forward, warrior one. Hips start to face towards the front of your mat. And then walk your left foot over a little bit so that you can come into that humble warrior, either grabbing opposite elbows, clasping hands. Lift the heart to begin, and either stay here or bow forward. Rising back up, warrior one, arms overhead, take a breath in. Palm your mat. Step it back into high plank. Flow if you want it, or push back, down dog. And then take a peek at your hands and make your way to the top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back, and bow forward. Rise up strong, sweep the arms overhead. Let the hands come to prayer in your heart. Moving into a little bit of balance next. I'm gonna face you guys so I can see you and you can see me. Stand evenly between both feet. Engage your belly. Hands by your side. We're gonna start with figure four. Start by standing on this left leg. Bring the weight into the left leg as the right foot lifts. And then cross the right ankle over the left knee. Hands come to prayer at your heart. Now, you can stay right here, or you could deepen this stretch by bending the left knee and sinking the hips down into a one-legged chair. If there's anything else you want to do here, you could do that. We'll take 2 more rounds of breath. Rising back up, release, mountain pose, hands by your side. Let's do the other side. Bring the weight into that right standing leg. Belly is strong. Focus your eyes on one spot that isn't moving. And then begin to cross left ankle over right knee. Hands to prayer at your heart for stability. And then maybe you sink into that one-legged chair. Maybe you stay standing. A little extra challenge, you could try reaching the arms overhead. That's going to challenge your balance a bit more. So if you're wobbly, keep the hands right here. 2 more rounds of breath. You got this. Rising back up and release. Mountain pose. Moving next into eagle. Again, we're going to bring weight into this left leg and pick the right foot up. This time, we cross the right knee over the left. And if balance feels kind of off today or you're on a carpet, you could always kickstand this big toe up to the earth, or you could lift it up. Bring your arms out wide like a T and cross right elbow under the left. You have 2 options here. You could either grab for opposite shoulders, or for a little more intensity, try to bring your palms together. Sink low into that left knee. Again, one-legged chair. And see if you can keep the shoulders over the hips. All right, release that. Mountain pose. And if you're on carpet, these balancing postures are going to be a lot more challenging, so give yourself a little grace. Bring weight into the right leg. Left foot comes up and over. Arms out like a T. This time, left hand under right. Either grabbing opposite shoulders or palms together. Woo. And then sink into that right knee. And yogi, see if you can lift the elbows up in line with the shoulders. And how does that feel across the shoulder blades? One more breath. And release. Mountain pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Right hand, left hand on the right. Close your eyes. Take a few rounds of breath here. Let the breath settle back down. Let the mind settle back down. We're done with balance, and we're going to move into some grounding next. Release your hands. Come to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift, flat back. Fold. Step it back, high plank. Low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Warrior 1, right side. You've been here before. You're ready. Open out warrior 2. Walk your right foot into center so that the heel of the right foot lines up with arch of the left foot. We're going to move into triangle. So straighten through the right leg And then begin to reach your right fingers forward and lower that hand maybe to the shin bone. Maybe grab a prop if you have props available, and you could rest your hand on the prop. Try to keep the sides of your body long and straight. And if you're rounding a lot, just come up a little bit so that you can maintain a long, straight spine. One more breath. Rising back up. I'm going to turn to face you guys. Pivot all 10 toes to the side of your mat. Wide legs straddle fold. Adjust your yoga pants. We're going to take a bind for this one. So either grab opposite elbows, grab a strap if you have it, or bind the arms. Inhale, lift the heart, create that length first. And as you exhale, bow forward. Let the head be really heavy. Let go of the tension in your neck. And breathe, yogis. Release your arms. Bring the hands right underneath your shoulders as you lift halfway. We're going to twist here, so left hand under your nose, right arm up to the sky. Bring your top hand down. Right hand replaces left, and now the left arm reaches high. Top hand down. Hands come to your waist as you rise all the way up to standing, moving to intense leg stretch or pyramid pose. Right foot faces 12 o'clock. Left foot steps up and over. So here we're on railroad tracks, not a tightrope. Pull your right hip back, left hip forward, and keep the length in your spine as you begin to fold over that right leg. Maybe hands come to the earth. Maybe not, maybe you use blocks. Keep pulling that right hip back. Step back, downward facing dog. If you want to take a flow here, you can do that. We'll wait for you. And then we'll do all of that on the other side. So left foot, warrior one. Step your left foot forward. Rising up. Open out, warrior two. Straighten through that left leg, moving into triangle. Reach your left fingers forward as the right hip comes back. And then lower the hand down. Rise up to standing. Pivot all 10 toes. I'm going to face y'all again to the side of your mat. This time turn your toes out and your heels in as we sink into goddess. So bend the knees. Goalpost the arms. Tuck the tailbone under, yogis. And see if you can keep shoulders over the hips. Breathe. From here, we're going to take this into one of my favorite stretches. Bring your hands to about the middle of your thighs. And then drop that left shoulder down and look over the right. Booty can stick out here. Come back through center. Drop the right shoulder, look over the left. Back through center. Do that one more time on each side. Come back through center. Straighten the legs, reach the arms, starfish. Turn toes in, heels out, hands to your waist. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, wide-legged straddle fold. Let your hands either rest on the mat, or you can grab outer blade of your feet. But let the head hang heavy. And breathe. Release your binds. Hands come to the waist, engage the belly as you rise up. Moving into intense leg stretch. Left foot faces 12 o'clock. Right foot steps up and over. Pull the left hip back. Right hip forward. And then bow over that left leg. Hands to your blocks or the earth. All right, yogi, step it back. High plank, last flow of this class. Strong belly, low plank. Cobra or up dog. Pause here. Breathe. Breathe a little more. Downward facing dog. Knees to the mat. Have a seat. Bring your feet out in front of you. So this is a good place for that strap if you have it. If you don't worry about it. I think I'll mirror you guys so I don't confuse anyone. Bring the right leg in. And we're going to start with a little twist here. So left hand will hook around the right knee. Right hand behind you for your twist. Come back through center. Let that right knee drop into seated tree. It's called Janu Shirshasana in Sanskrit, which I think is really fun to say. Sit up tall, adjust your belly over that left leg, and then keep the length in your spine as you start to fold forward. If you have your strap, you could place the strap around the ball of your foot. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. Just try to keep the length in your spine. Try not to round through the shoulders. Since you enjoy the peaceful sounds of dogs barking in my neighbor's yard. Rising up. Release your strap. We're going to take this into Gomukhasana. Bring that right knee up. Cross the right foot over to the left hip so that that right knee can drop on top of the left. So this is half Gomukhasana. And if this feels like a lot, stay right here. If you want more, lean onto this left hip and swing that left foot around. This is full Gomukhasana. You want to push this right hip back into the mat. And then breathe. Especially if this feels like a lot. It's a big pose. So you've got options here, always options. You can stay right here. Or if you want to add the arms, you're going to bring left hand up, right hand down. As you bend into your elbows, Hands are gonna reach for each other, but they don't have to touch. You could grab hold of your shirt or maybe your ponytail like I am. But try to keep this left elbow lifting up towards the ceiling and the right elbow down. And then once you're there, pull the left shoulder down so you're not getting twisted. And it's called Gomukhasana, but I feel like it's more human pretzel pose. And then if you really want more, you could even fold forward and bring your chin to your knees. And if that sounded like crazy talk, don't do it. Take one more breath here. If you've got the arms, unwind the arms. Extend that left leg if it's not already there. Unwind the right. And then bounce your knees up and down. And then we'll do that on the other side. Left knee draws in. Sit up tall. Right elbow hooks around the left knee. Left hand behind you for your twist. And the belly is soft here in the twist. Come back through center. Let the left knee drop to the side. If you have your strap, you can place it around the ball of your right foot. Not necessary though. Sit up tall, adjust the belly over the right leg, and then begin to bow over that leg with a long, flat spine. Shoulders are away from the ears. Rising back up, moving into our Gomukhasana. Bring that left foot outside of the right hip. Left knee stacks on the right. Either stay right here or bring that right foot around. Wherever you are, push this left hip back into the mat. And start right here. Make sure this is enough. Make sure it's okay. But if you want a little more, you can always add the arms. This time, right hand up, left hand down. Bend into your elbows. Grab your shirts, ponytail. You could use your strap here if you have it. That makes life easier. And pull this right shoulder down. And if you're feeling really feisty, you could fold forward. I think I'm going to stay up today. I'm not feeling that feisty. One more breath. Unwind your arms. Extend the right leg and then the left. Bounce your knees from side to side. Coming into turtle pose. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees come wide apart. It's like bound angle. You can grab hold of your ankles. The feet are going to be far away from you though, they're not close to you. And this time as you fold forward, you can go ahead and round the shoulders, round the spine, either holding the ankles or you could slide hand underneath the calves and fold that way. Let the chin tuck down to the chest for turtle pose. Rising back up. Bring your knees back together. Extend the feet long. And kind of scoot yourself forward a little bit so the flesh comes away from your sit bones. Inhale, reach the arms high. Engage the belly and fold over your legs. You don't have to reach your feet. Let the chin tuck down to the chest. Two more rounds of breath here. Rising back up. Coming into reverse tabletop. I'm going to swing to the side so y'all can see me. Bend your knees, feet to the earth. Hands come behind you, but fingers are going to point towards you. Press down into the hands and feet as the hips lift up for reverse tabletop. And breathe. Bring your booty back down. Slide your hands underneath your booty, coming into fish pose. So lean back onto the forearms, extend your legs long, engage your belly, and then lift the heart up. And then let the head start to look up towards the ceiling, or maybe it drops back and looks at the wall behind you. But pause here and take a few rounds of breath. Heart lifts high. One more breath. And release. Come all the way down. Extend the arms overhead. Full body stretch. Hands down by your side. Bend into your knees, feet to the earth. One more back bend. Anything you want to do here. You could do bridge with me or full wheel if that's part of your practice, or supported bridge if you have a prop. But press into hands and feet, and then lift your hips up into bridge pose. Let the neck be long here. And then breathe. If you have a little more space, you could even roll the shoulders underneath you and clasp your hands together, but that's a maybe, not a have to. And try to look above you. Don't look side to side here. Protect your neck. For 3, 2, 1. Release. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Let the knees come together. Keep the feet wide. Hands to the low belly. Close your eyes. And breathe. Big belly breath. Filling the belly into the hand on your inhale. And let the belly push the breath back out on the exhale. Bring the feet back under the knees. Hug them into your body. Give them a squeeze and come into happy baby. Grab the outer blade of your feet or ankles, or maybe even back of the knees. But try to keep the ball of your feet lifting up to the ceiling. Press your tailbone back into the mat. You could be still, or you could rock side to side and massage that low back if that would feel good. Release your feet, extend the legs up to the sky for a simple hip stand, keeping the feet over the heart. Relax the feet.
And then point your toes all the way up to the ceiling. And then flex your feet. One more time, point the toes and flex. Hug the knees into your body. Rock gently from side to side. Supine twist. Open the arms wide, either cactus them or like a T. Knees are going to drop to the right. Look over the left shoulder with a nice soft belly here. Bring your knees back into center. Drop them over to the left. Try to keep that right shoulder on the earth. Bring your knees back to center. Hug the knees in. Bring the forehead up to meet your knees. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, Shavasana, extend the legs long. Let the feet fall to the side. Close your eyes. Let the belly relax. Let go of any controlled breathing. Start to settle in. Let your body melt into the earth. Unclench your jaw. And take rest. Begin to deepen your breath. Start to bring some gentle movement back to the fingers and the toes. Maybe rock the head gently from side to side. Eventually extending the arms overhead for a full body stretch. Making your way onto your favorite side for fetal position. Pausing here just for a moment. Just taking in your practice at the end of your class. Noticing how you feel in your body. Don't judge that, good or bad. Just notice. Slowly make your way up to an easy seated pose. Let your hands rest at prayer at heart center. We'll finish class with a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, fill up. And then sigh it out of the mouth. Ah. Bow your chin to your chest. Take a moment here and honor yourself for showing up today on your mat and taking care of yourself. We'll take this next moment to honor each other as we bring hands to third eye and bow together. Namaste. Namaste, yogis. Thank you for joining me tonight. We'll have more classes available. Pay attention to the website. I know they've scheduled some evening classes for the next couple weeks, so I hope to see y'all again. I'll be here actually next Wednesday and the Wednesday after. Same back time, same back channel.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, bye y'all.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
You're welcome.